I'm not sure. We can check though. We have the technology.
We have the tech.
Jeans. That's all I've got in my is Mr. Jeans.
Okay.
Probably his friends call him MJ for short.
Dyer's turn to
That's what you're thinking of.
Phantom Lancer.
Trying to see what the deal was there, but yeah, Mr. Jeans. As they've got, is it Benyaz? I'm pretty sure it's Benyaz, right? Is it Benjaz? I always thought it was Benyaz.
10 seconds.
Moxie calls it Benjaz, I think, and I'm just gonna trust her on all things that are South America blindly.
Prada and Raykill. I kind of like how people trust me with the CN knowledge.
Remember that
I do. You're my go-to guy for that.
So, you know, if you got any questions, guys, just tweet at me. I'll probably give you an answer that sounds legit.
Sounds legit. That's all you really need. Ursa picked up, and in response to that, they get a PL. So, right here, 2 D-spells against the Batrider. One that goes safe lane, one that can go mid or into the off lane. Again, that's your solution to the fact that you don't have a core or support here with a D-spell right now. Because you've opted to pick up the Clockwork and the Rubic in the positions 4 and 5, probably. So, Doppelganger, and God, Doppelganger and press the attack. Lady Commander's abilities are all named so weird. So, Doppelganger, press the attack are the 2 things that are going to dispel Batrider. So, no matter where he goes, you're going to try and lay one of these heroes against him, and they're probably going to do quite well against him for that reason. So, I'm liking Finnegan's response to the Batrider here.
And they're banning offlaners because they're probably thinking maybe if the Batrider's been countered already, you throw him to the 5 or even, you know, to the 4 or even the 5. But that would put you potentially going with the Earth Spirit mid, Chen 4, and something else in the offlane.
I'm not sure. They do have last pick here, so they have a couple of options. You're probably pretty happy laying the Ursa against the Phantom Lancer, just because the Fury Swipes is something that persists on him after he uses Doppelganger, so it's hard for him to juke you out and to trick you. You gotta be jumping on him with the Ursa. A little bit weird that they picked that into that, but again, it is one of the heroes that are better at dealing with the Batrider. In fact, it's better dealing with the Earth Spirit as well. Once it magnetizes on you, you can just pop that off if it tries to gank you with either of these heroes. If that is a core Earth Spirit, having like your ultimate ability countered out in the form of these spells, these 2 cores, isn't great either. Let's see where they decide to go from here.
10 seconds remain.
Haven are going to have to show up in a big way. They opted to go for Ursa again. It didn't work out so great yesterday. Again, RDO just walking a little bit too far in front of the rest of his team, getting caught out of position a couple of times. Cost them quite a bit.
Mars here. That could be Mars mid. That could be Legion mid. Haven Liberty. Could you throw the Earth Spirit off lane or even... I don't like the 10-3, we just saw it, but go like middle-ish track. Is that worth getting?
The left track is all right here. I'm not sold. I think you just need a little bit harder lockdown or something.
Okay, so they go Underworld, which is for the Phantom Lancer, have that atrophy.
I kind of like that one. Again, you limit what the Clockwork's able to do. You limit what the PL is able to do. If the enemies are kind of forced into that pit, you can take these favorable fights. It isn't the super hard lockdown.
Sorry, I'm so shocked they went mid Batrider.
I mean, it makes sense that he goes trying these unconventional mids as he starts learning the lane. These are like heroes that he practice on position 4.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. For me, it really surprised me. You see all these counters to the Batrider. It's like, okay, you've countered me, and you know that's it. I don't know why you're gonna go back and try and go for it again.
Yeah. I mean, they are going to have a more difficult time having playing against the Bat Rider mid than they are like the Bat Rider in the off lane, because PL is going to deal with it a little bit better than the G Commander is. You're still going to have a pretty easy time securing yourself CS against Mr. Jeans if he's heading over into the mid lane, but I don't know. I just want to see. I'm on your side here. I think it's a little bit odd picking the Bat into like heroes that have, or you know that you're going to be playing into heroes that are countered or counter you. Sorry, I'm losing at the moment. You're going to be playing into heroes that counter you on the Bat. So maybe you give it to someone else and just like try to play 4 Bat or something, and then pick the last hero to do something else for Hiko in the mid. Definitely am losing it. All right, we're good to go. The game is underway.
Finally on it. Finally ready to go.
This is what the people are waiting for.
This is what the people want.
Give us video games. Bat Rider. Yes, gonna go scout out the lanes for his team because they already know where he's going to be going. It's a matter of trying to get the favorable matchup for the other heroes in this game, but not doing any musical lanes. It looks like just standard stuff. The Mars, Benjaz here gonna head to the off lane. He's gonna be up against RDO and Duster here. I thought they'd try to put the up against this Phantom Lancer, but it looks like they opted just do standard off lane of that and Theo Liqueur.
30 seconds.
Most of it's going to be Sexy Fat by himself inside the lane. Earthbeard's probably going to roam around. So a couple early levels, just a matter of surviving the first couple of waves for Sexy Fat.
So Haven Liberty, the old Midas club. Sexy Fat. There were a couple games that I was really impressed with him doing the previous BTS Pro Series.
And now.
So I'm excited to see how he plays on this Underworld. Not that Underworld is like this crazy hard execution hero, but he played it pretty well.
There's a certain finesse to playing Underlord, of course, though, just being able to play around the aura that he has, that extra damage that he gets, and your Root, your Firestorm. There's definitely different builds that you go every single game. Being able to adapt to what's going on is important.
So now the question here is, are we going to see another 2-0? We've seen 3 so far already.
A lot less exciting when it's a 2-0. I want to see a little bit of back and forth. We're seeing tons of it. ESL Premiership. I'm sorry, ESL Thailand.
The ESL Prem.
ESL Prem is what you were doing the other day.
Yeah, the UK Prem. I think I'm the first American to do the ESL Prem. I have no idea. I invaded, man. I poured some tea out my window in solidarity. It's very interesting.
See. Well, unfortunately, we can't be friends anymore. I'm a American Dota only now.
Prada and Mandy not enjoying their time, but still, though, Mandy 6 last. It's nothing horrible for him. You know, it's not like it's the worst lane he's ever had to deal with.
Got to be way more happy with doing this lane, this Benjaz here. Tries to go on you on the Ursa. Damage is going to be reduced if you're front facing, if you have Bulwark. Otherwise, you can sit just kind of far back, spam God's Rebuke and Spear of Mars for CS and harass. It's a lot easier than him having to deal with the Underlord and the Earth Spear for sure.
Your idol falls.
Legion getting a little bit low over in that mid lane. Hiko trying to do all he can to really have a good start, which I feel like he'll desperately need to try and get ahead and make sure that he has some sort of effectiveness in this game.
Yeah. I mean, this is to be expected. I mean, Hiko, 46 plus 2 base damage to Commander is 76 plus 5 now, and Quelling Blade for extra 15 damage. So he should be getting these last hits. Also, he doesn't really have that same harass or kill threat to push him back out of the lane from time to time that the Batrider has in these other mid-lane matchups. By spamming that Sinking Napalm, being able to dispel that with press the attack, unfortunately. So, Hiko not being set up for success here, that's for sure.
There's the attack. Mr. Jeans will run. Two stacks of sticky napalm. It's, you know, not feeling too great for him with press the attack on cooldown for another 3 seconds. Or maybe Hiko would want to commit a little bit further, but without the Firefly, it's not exactly the game plan he's looking for. And these right clicks from Mr. Jeans going all the way over to the tier 1. No overwhelming odds, but does a lot of damage here onto this Batrider, forcing out that salve. And now in terms of regen, at least for the moment, he's got nothing. He does have a courier coming over with a bottle.
Yeah. We got bottle, 2 Sages mask going on right now, but Eugene's taking advantage of the fact that this hero has got 40 base movement speed up on the Batrider and bot boots of speed right now, so the 375 now compared to Batrider's 290. Not a fun time. One of Courage procs while he's under that creep web as well. And hurt Batrider even more there.
Good telekinesis with the skewer. Or not the skewer. Well, he got skewered. But it's with a spear that he did get skewered into the tree. RDO ends up falling to Ray Kill with that Fade Bolt finishing blow.
Yeah, it's a decent start to the game. Right kill, probably not the hero you want to give it to. If you can get Benjaz, these phase boots, and maybe a Vladimir's offering as early as possible, I think you're in a really good place to play really aggressive this game, but, you know, let the support have his boots or something.
Couple stacks of sticky napalm on Mr. Jeans once again. He's got press the attack ready to go. That casual point in just to make sure that he doesn't get overwhelmed. The right click's starting to come in. He's got duel. I'm just allowing these stacks with double damage to hit him.
I mean, the double damage is going to make a difference on how much the stacks do to him, but definitely kept it on him a little bit too long. I think Afraid really put this press the attack on cooldown. Saw what happened to him last time. He almost got dove underneath the tower. It was on 16 seconds. Does have to be pretty careful if Batrider here has his flaming lasso. Suddenly you get even like 3 sticky napalm stacks on you, which is really easy to do while the attack is on cooldown. You just turn around and die underneath the DPS of the flaming lasso and the Firefly.
But for Sexy Fat, they've got the telekinesis. They'll grab the kill. Ray Kill now with both kills for the side of Infinity.
Let us skirmish.
I'm going down there. Not great. I really think they should have changed up where they were putting these heroes in the laning phase. Exact thing I was talking about is happening down here with the Ursa versus the Mars. In fact, Mars is ahead of the Ursa in CS. That's not what you want to see. You got the 250 range on them, so it's not quite like you're playing against a melee hero, but Ursa should be stomping anyone who has to get this close to the creep wave. Mars is one of those heroes that coped with it a little bit better than everyone else, just being able to get that disengage with the Spear of Mars and the God's Rebuke.
So Mr. Jean's going phase boots into the blade mail. He's already sitting top of the net worth for the moment. He's happy with what he's got, and you compare that to the other mid laner of the Batrider, and it's very one-sided for the moment.
Try harder.
This has not been great. And, I mean, at least Phantom Lancer just continue to farm pretty safely up towards top.
Yeah. He's moved over to the jungle. Doesn't want to take all this damage from Underlord, maxing out his Firestorm and having the Soul Ring. So a little bit punished for this one. And he's, of course, letting the wave push into his tower. No support, so you'd be able to safely farm this lane because of that, which is nice. But back over in the mid, Hiko just doing his best to make up for the fact that he's not really able to contest CS from Mr. Jeans. Instead farms the jungle, spams out the creep wave, and gets whatever last hits he can. He's going to be behind the Legion Commander for sure, but I think he's coping with it the best way possible right now.
Coping, but the question is he doing enough?
Another pause coming out. Alright, we're good to go. Just a small one.
Quick pause. Yes, we are ready.
The team just needs a second. Somebody stepped away to grab water or something like that.
Okay. Sure.
Find out shortly. You're definitely not communicating whatever it is. Maybe all 5 of them stepped aside to get water while they were paused. And they're pinging out the Bat Rider right now. I know that he's over here stacking the camp, which is a pretty good move. A minute late, but still being able to clear a stack out with Bat Rider or any hero really. Once the game hits that 7-minute mark, just the extra creeps there could be really important, make all the difference in getting those neutral items as quickly as possible, having that advantage over the enemies, and then trying to take a fight against them, or just farm a little bit faster.
So back on it, Ursa sitting top of the net worth, doing okay, going into the Battle Fury. RDO looking if he can, you know, do what he can to hold this game so far, down a solid 1,000 net worth, strictly farming for the most part. There were a couple of kills for Ray Kill, but, you know, he doesn't just have the name Ray Kill. He's going to get kills as well. So, in the triangle, field court. Rolling Boulder gets some distance. They try to find the kill onto the Chen. They don't get around him in time. So he ends up being able to successfully TP out.
Immediately was top lane after that, but there's some action happening in the bottom.
They're looking for RDO. They're going to need to land a spear on this. They'll just go to the arena instead. Tower won't matter. They'll get the kill. They'll find a third for Ray Kill. He's definitely holding that Fade Bolt. For sure.
Yeah. That's a very bad Rubik habit that I also have. Just hold that ability until the very last second, try and snag the kill of my teammates. At the end of the game, I go, what are you talking about? I did great. Look at me. I'm 6-1, 0 assists.
Yeah.
Jeans teleports to the top lane, try to go on him, but he's just too tanky. Too much movement speed. Oh, they get him twice inside the pit.
Yeah, that's going to be a bit of a problem. We'll just walk away, though. So it looked problematic. All of a sudden, it's not. Mars bottom gets run down by Hiko. That's with the lasso getting used. Back up towards top. They've got the scan on a Ray Kill. He's just about level 6. He's happy with what he's got so far. Telekinesis on cooldown, though, and that means he is dead to rights.
Radiant fortified their structures against attack. Gaia should look to their top tower.
You do have to be careful when you're approaching the Ursa, no matter where he is, and same goes for Hiko. You farm by yourself down the bottom lane. Mars, there isn't anything you're going to be able to do to get away from that one. Just gonna throw out that lasso onto you. Do you manage to try and TP out? Gotta get that mana for Firefly and get out of here. There we go. Snags the bounty rune from the enemy zone, though, and goes right back into farming.
So can Hiko do enough with this Bat Rider, I guess, is the big question. And he does have Boots of Travel.
What's bizarre to me is that the Bat Rider actually hasn't. There we go. Opted to take that poor-man shield from the stash. But taking the Iron Talon on Ursa, on Underlord, poor-man shield on Bat Rider. Everybody's got their neutral items now. was sitting in stash for a little while before he did grab it. Finally lost almost the last of catapults, just one into the dire tier 2. So no real push coming out. Game pretty slow paced along the other tonight, but
they've got the lasso, they'll pull him back, geomagnetic grip, so despite being level 6, silenced up, can't get away. Batrider in trouble, they'll take out Duster, they look over at Hiko that chases on, but just escaping. They've got the magnetizing on these heroes. There's finally the duel, so Legion should be able to get some duel damage, but did Raykill just mess that up? Boulder Smash?
He did.
Okay.
No, that wasn't... Raykill was the one who got pushed back there.
Yeah, no, Raykill pushed the Earth Spirit with Boulder Smash away from the Legion, who didn't end up getting duel damage.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I thought... Ooh, yeah, that's exactly what happened, yes. You are correct, sir. That's indeed what happened there. So he wanted to try and bring him down just a little bit faster. Thought he'd have all this damage with that boulder smash. But when 4 heroes are wailing on you, don't shove him back there. Almost let him get away.
I feel like dual damage was almost guaranteed in that situation.
Oh, it really was. Mr. Jeans going for his Blink Dagger now. Has just the Blade Mail. The game should speed up a little bit at that point.
Fortified their structures against attack.
Has felt a little bit slow so far, especially compared to some of these other games tonight.
Definitely a bit of a slower pace, but doesn't mean these games can't get out of control pretty quickly. You've got tier 1s down in multiple lanes already. This mid tier 1 getting low for the Dire too, and I can see with a bad commitment problems occurring for the Dire if they're not too careful. This is a Dark Rift up towards top, maybe thinking about going into the Legion Commander, but stops the Dark Rift. Stays over towards mid.
He was worried about maybe Clockwork hookshotting onto them and then Mars setting up the arena, but hookshot was on cooldown there, so that was something he had to worry about. He just cancels the Dark Rift. Besides, he's best off just sitting in the mid lane, not getting Fierce's space, and securing himself a little bit of farm for these items.
This is a good one to steal. Firestorm goes right down on the Sexy Fat. He's in trouble, taking a lot of damage. Spear comes through, gets the kill. Flame Break just not in time.
Maybe next time.
Unfortunate for the Underlord.
Dire should look to their bottom tower.
A lot of that just damage from the Rubik. This Firestorm Fade Bolt. Down in short order there. Ooh, the hook shot onto the Batrider.
Hook shot, spear landing. Batrider in trouble. Hand of God won't matter. They'll get the kill. Ursa goes in. Magnetize doing a lot of work to get this kill into Mr. Jeans. I'm not sure they can, as they find the backline towards Duster. So 4 heroes dead. Buyback from Underlord. I mean, that's really going to work out in the favor of Infinity Esports. All of a sudden, you know, Phantom Lancer, he's got this Defusal, just about finishing up the Yasha. They should be able to go for the tier 1 tower mid. Did Raykill hold on to Firestorm? Yeah, he did. So that's a level 4 Firestorm. That arcane supremacy.
That's just going to make it all the more scary. But 1100 net worth and 1800 XP going the way of Infinity Esports there.
That should help. I must have them all.
They didn't get the tower though.
I'm
It's
surprised.
a bit unfortunate. Top lane. Ursa finding the Clockwork, just jumping into him, I suppose, and mealing down with 4 points overpower Fury swipes. He'll die pretty quickly to that one. Ursa's got his Battle Fury as well, and working on his Yasha.
There is little hope.
He's going to be farming real fast, you know, these items. Mr. Jeans, meanwhile, he's waiting for this Ursa. He's got it! Blink of the Blade Mail?
Look at the damage you're doing to yourself. Dual victory coming in for Mr. Jeans. Really well done.
That's a trapdoor spider Dota right there, man.
Is under attack.
Waiting for your enemy to come to you, to sit in the trees there. So well done by Mr. Jeans picking off that Ursa. That's going to slow his game down quite a bit. Worth 568 gold for him too. That is insane.
Dynamites are going into
Anything to slow this guy down.
This is going really well for the Dyers so far. A 2K lead, but a 2K lead that feels like it could spiral out of control very quickly.
Yeah.
Dire
Just going straight back to the top lane, I want to say. He actually teleports to tier 2, though, moving into his jungle and perhaps farming.
Mouse, Geomagnetic Grip, Boulder Smash, Magnetize, all on a Raykill. Raykill throws down his own Firestorm. He'll end up dead. Dark Rift attempt from Sexy Fat. Theo, of course, staying close, but he'll end up dying. And it's a one-man Uber. No stars.
Fortunately, didn't get it off quite fast enough.
On the Batrider, hook shot now coming through onto the Chen. Spear, and he goes dead. They're going to look for more. RDO trying to run in on this one. But you've got the Mars. He stays up in the air with his own mules. However, won't survive the onslaught that comes in from the Ursa. You've lost the Clockwork, you've lost the Mars, you've lost the Rubik, and with that, RDO right in a roach.
Pretty even exchange, all things considered. 2 heroes for 1. Bards are doing pretty decent for himself. Unfortunately, I don't think there's a way to stop him from using Roche this one. Clockwork not up for another 30 seconds here, and RDO bringing this Roche down in short order. Look at that. Mr. Jeans, is he going to attempt it? Who gets
going to pick it up? Oh my god, Mr. Jeans has got it.
Can they save him, though, or is he just going to die here? They have a Centaur in the pit. I think he's just dead here for trying to snatch his Aegis. This might not be worth it.
I think that's worth it. You take that out of the hands of the Ursa, and that feels like Value Town.
Yeah, still timely snatched by that. No, that was sitting on the ground for a couple seconds, though. Nobody managed to pick it up, though. You are worth a hefty chunk of gold to the Roshan.
Did Ursa have the slots? Was he ready?
I wasn't looking at him. I was watching that Legion Commander's HP. Didn't see the Ursa's inventory, but I'd like to think that RDO had opened up a slot for it and moved the items back in green and get it.
Malice down from Raykill. Rolling Boulder hits onto the Clockwork. Prada, he's dead, dominating for RDO. Now they've got the duels. They look for the Batrider. Spear connects. Raykill trying to survive. He's put down another Pit of Malice. And they'll get yet another kill on to this Rubik.
Radiant's bottom tower is in danger.
Making his Rubik's life pretty miserable. He's got a 4-staff now, but again, it's not going to save him too much. You can't get away from the Ursa, but you're only buying yourself a little bit of extra time. He's going to be able to just get on top of you again by throwing out another Earth Shock, just having this extra movement speed from Yasha and the Woodlice. Mandy, forgetting he existed down here, but he is on the top of the CS and just got into the top of the net worth chart. They're taking down that tier 1. This is Sanji and Yasha now working towards a Satanic. Your status resistance will be pretty big this game, but again, you do have to worry about the fact that you're not going to be able to juke out this Ursa like you would other heroes once he gets on top of you. This Fury Swipe will persist. Doppelganger.
Basher picked up for RDO.
Radiant's
got a lot of farm.
This will do nicely.
And Chen recalling him. Well, I was wondering if this would slow down the Ursa's game, but Ursa sticking top of the net worth, whether or not he's in the, driver's seat or the aggressive seat or not.
A little bit slower than he otherwise could be. He's not got a tier 2 neutral item yet, though, either. He's just still sitting on this Iron Talon. I feel like there's definitely better items for Ursa to have, which is the 50%.
Shot coming in, Arena down. They'll look for the Batrider. Hiko, though, gets the lasso off. Press the attack is used. They'll go after the Clockwork. Prada in trouble. He'll end up falling. Rolling Boulder, magnetized onto Mr. Jeans. The Core backs off. Malice. Want to
Not a
keep
whole lot.
going.
I don't think they can really do anything to keep these heroes on the side of Team Liberty locked down.
Oh, but he might just die. Oh no, he had blade mail on cooldown. He did not have the blade mail, did not get the kill. Rate kill falls, and they're gonna take the top tier too. They're right here.
Yeah, I'm not even sure that would have mattered though. He popped that in rage before he got the duel off onto him. That's some fast fingers there on RDO.
Dire's top tower is no
So that opens up the outpost.
RDO, if he can consistently pop that when Legion Commander hops on him to get that duel off, then he's going to be just fine. It's like a teasy gameplay. You just play around being able to manta dodge everything. Definitely hard to execute, but when it works, it's gameplay that the enemies have a real hard time trying to play around.
Shot gets used. Prada, bit of malice comes down, but the doppelganger to avoid it. Flame break thrown by Hiko. They'll steal the firestorm. They'll get the kill on a Prada. They look over at Mandy as well as raid kill. And Jazz behind them, just trying to get away, but doppelganger once again. Hiko moving so fast. They get the duel onto the Batrider. They got that guy with the boot as well as the spear. Arena down. RDO goes into this one. They've saved the Batrider. Pit of Malice comes in and locks up Mr. Jeans. Core and Hiko die though, so they lose two.
These people are forced to back off. They keep that with no mana, so they're not going to be able to catch anybody.
Sexy fast.
Enough for one more Pit of Malice.
In trouble,
3 seconds
so is
until you guys
Duster.
have Crimson Guard.
They're going to get Duster, and they're going to get Sexy Fat.
double kill.
Overwhelming them.
Just didn't have mana, didn't have the Soul Ring on or off of cooldown to be able to Dark Rift out at the time either. That's one of the major issues that he's going to have going forward dealing with this Phantom Lance. The Diffusal Blade is going to keep this Underlord at pretty low mana at all times, and if you're losing anything on this hero, it's going to feel pretty awkward. Yes, he's not really going to be able to hurt you so much just due to your Crimson Guard damage block, that Atrophy Aura damage reduction,
Is under attack.
but regardless of those illusions not hurting you, they're draining your mana, and suddenly you're not contributing to the team fight, Underlord. Making it getting that much harder.
Lasso on the Legion. So if Legion can't press himself, he can't get away. Bash him up and take him out.
Slowing down Mr. Jean's games. He has had a pretty good performance so far, a couple of times catching out that Batrider in the top lane, snagging that Aegis, and destroying Hiko in the mid lane, but slowing down a little bit now. Third on the net worth chart, and he's about to get surpassed by Hiko now, believe it or not.
He go 4-3-8, so he's definitely been involved. The question is, how much has his involvement affected this match?
Exactly. I think he's one of, or he is right now the most important on Infinity. Everything needs to happen around him. The question is, can he last long enough for this PL to be able to build items and start carrying the game? Take it off from where he's left things. That needs to start happening pretty soon here. This Ursa's getting closer and closer to his Abyssal Blade here. Only what, like 800 gold away? Maybe less than that?
It's better than
Quick maths.
close. Duel out onto the Underlord, but they've got the Matt Cook shot onto the backlines, hits the chin. They've got the Arena down as well as the spear hitting out of the Underlord. Rolling Boulder away. Telekinesis lifts up this Earth Spirit. They don't have these kills just yet, but Sexy Fat, low, not dead. All that committed by Infinity Esports to get nothing.
Yeah, if you can disengage right now on the side of Haven Liberty, you're golden.
Lasso on the Phantom Lancer. Oh, but it gets broken up, but they don't get the kill on a Mandy. That would have been massive.
He is going to be able to heal up pretty quickly, though. He has a Satanic, and he doesn't use. I'm sure it's fine. smile. He's gonna. I want to say he should be getting out farmed by RDO on this Ursa here, but Ursa's just been showing up and contributing so much more. Getting on top of these enemies here, he's very big to the win condition of Haven Liberty, but starting to scale off. Meanwhile, Kiel's got his Satanic already. He's going for a Scotty. He's got his Zombie Joshua. He'll build a Manta. Starting to have a lot of issues here.
Starting to come over. Oh, good blink. Blink Yule stopping Prada on his TP. They've got Pit of Malice down. They'll get the kill onto this Clockwork to go after the tier 1 tower bottom.
Assisted there and revealing that Abyssal Blade that was just finished on Ursa. That's the DD rune bottled now as well. You have to be very careful trying to take any fights into them. Just wait until that Clockwork back up to the counter initiation.
They commit to go for Roche instead.
Yeah. And with the Clockwork up, it becomes a little bit difficult. I mean, look what happened last time. I think this Legion Commander just gets on top of the PL.
Yeah, the Rubik. Was that lasso you used? Yes, it was.
Yeah. Sorry, I meant to say LC, not PL. Ursa just, or Batrider. Ursa gets on top of the PL here. Oh. LC gets on top of Ursa before he manages to pop that thing, and I think it'll be okay. But it's getting harder and harder. Pops the DD. They want to defend from this too hard. They're not going to be able to grab this Roshan with all the heroes here, and the DD is dispelled with the Mule Scepter.
Press the attack on a Ben Jazz.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Incoming!
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
They're looking to go smoke back into the pit. Abyssal Blade kills off the Clockwork very quickly. Now they look over at Ben Jazz. He's in trouble. Pit of Malice is down. And let's see. Can the Phantom Lancer come in on this one? They've got the arena, and they're going to go for this. The Ursa, he's controlled. They have the duel out on the Batrider. And they're going to try and get this kill. They've got Prada. They'll take out one. They'll look for more. Clockwork dead, and into the pit they go as Mandy needs to evacuate.
I don't think there's a whole lot that they're going to be able to do now after committing all of those ultimates. You're not able to bring down this Batrider in the duration of the duel. If you can't get held down long enough with that Mars ultimate, you just have to back off here. I think this is too dangerous. Mr. Gene's thinking he can get away with the second Aegis Snatch in this game is some serious overconfidence. Might try to go for it, though. I don't know about this, Genes. They're going to be ready for it.
Oh, look out. They just taking out Roach right there. They've got the Pit of Malice down on 2, as well as the Rolling Boat coming through from Theo with Core. Press the attack is used into the Abyssal Blade onto the Rubik. They'll get the kill onto Ray Kill. Now they look over. Ben Jazz trying to run. Flame Break disrupts the retreat. 3k lead all of a sudden for Haven Liberty.
Yeah, coin. They do back up. Playing it safe with their newfound lead. Why don't you grab a couple neutral items as well, I imagine. Yeah.
Legion only has 20 dual damage to this point. That's nuts.
Legion only has 20 dual damage. That is nuts. Considering how favorable his matchup was. I mean, when the lane started, we saw how heavily contested Hiko's last hits were, but the guy played the lane really well despite it being countered out by him. So, nice job there by Hiko.
Dire are scanning for enemies.
Players here.
I can flare up towards top.
A doodle for the agents.
All of a sudden, it's a 4k net worth lead for Haven Liberty. They've got the BKB on the Batrider. Ursa, he's going for the BKB, not too far off of it. Casual Yasha on him as well. Finds an enchanted quiver. We've got Batrider pressuring the top lane, keeping these creeps on. And let's see. I mean, what can they accomplish with this Aegis? They should be able to put the pressure on, right?
They should. The Aegis, the cheese, prepare kit for sustain. Or did I make up cheese just now? No, Batrider's got it. Sorry. Cheese is a fictional item. It doesn't exist inside Dota 2. But you definitely want to take the fight to them right now prior to this LC getting her own BKB. Or the PL completing his next item. I'm not really sure why this PL has opted to go for I have Scotty next, to be honest with you. That one doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Yes, it slows down the Batrider quite a bit, but your main concern should be just trying to kill as many heroes as quickly as possible. Batrider is going to be able to get off you
Fly, my pretty, fly.
with some of the things in his kit, like the BKB, the Firefly, the Yule Scepter, the Blink. He's going to be able to dodge you in these fights. I don't think I have Scotty's really going to be what shuts him down. You have a little bit of extra bulk, and it provides your illusion with agility for more damage too, but there's better things than Scotty, I feel. Item is just like a little bit overvalued right now.
Is under attack.
Let's see if it ends up working out. They're wrapping around though. At least they were trying to. Don't commit just yet, and they're going to stay towards the mid lane. They'll show Sexy Fat on the mid tier 2. Firestorm pushing in the creeps as they've got the creeps now on the tower. RDO right there. You can't really get close to him. He does have that Abyssal Blade as well as the new BKB. Firestorm's stolen to try and counter this push, but Battle Fury, 3 swings and the creep wave is dead from RDO. They've got this Aegis for another 2.5 minutes, or a minute and a half.
Yeah. I'm not sure they'll even be able to make a play with it. They're playing very tight to their base on Team Infinity, and the bottom lane just shoved out too far for Ursa to be able to bring it to that tier 2, and even, or sorry, the tier 3 or even the tier 2. Just farming up the enemy jungle where otherwise be slightly dangerous is the next best thing for them to do. 1 more minute left on that Aegis. If Infinity feel like they can stall it out for that time, great. They probably want to go for a kill just around the time it expires. Have it cancel the regen in the middle of a combat. Maybe PL Illusion hitting it or something.
Illusion's coming over to Sexy Fat. I'm surprised they just haven't done as much with this Aegis as I thought they would.
But no. Nothing out of it. Might even just move up with this Chin over here. They can take a tier 1 tower top.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Haven't broken to the base yet, despite the fact they feel so much stronger. You do always have to be worried about this like blade mail duel from the Legion community. No matter how far ahead you are, it's something that bring you down equally.
Aegis now expires. So I don't know. I don't want to classify it as a waste of an Aegis, but definitely seems like the most productive one.
Yeah.
Bounty.
So another 2 minutes 40 seconds here. Decide what they want to do next.
My friend reward.
Then creep waves on Ursa. If that's what he wants to do, follow your heart, buddy. But the enemy heroes are smoked up, and they're coming for him. They're coming for Sven. Want to get somebody.
Press the attack. Looks over. Heat goat.
What a bounty!
He backs off.
Press the attack.
RDO going for a Satanic. Did he use BKB yet? No, he hasn't even used that. Like, he got that 10-second BKB when they got the Aegis. I'm surprised. You know, they didn't use it at all.
5 minutes, no engagement to the enemies. Looks like they just want more items. I'm not sure that you allow this PL to have more. exactly what he's done right now. In fact, he's been consistently out farming this Ursa with the Battle Fury. You should have no problem beating him. Yeah, now with the Sanjin Yasha. Go for a butterfly next because some of the enemy forces have built true shirt.
It's only a 3k lead. Like, it seems to have really slowed down.
It feels like so much more than that just because how hard it is.
Now they've got the lasso on the clockwork. Finally something going on here as they get the kill over mid. Prada does. But what do they do with that kill? Is it anything more than backing up and farming?
Straight back on Earth 3 if the player's dead, or sorry, the player's TP'd out. Andy. He's gotta get this butterfly next. I think he's gonna have it done before Ursa's anywhere close to being able to build that MKB, so gonna have decent damage reduction for him. Overpowered does lose swipes now when it misses attack, so if you lose 30 attack, you probably lose like 2, 3 Fury swipes.
Under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So set up towards mid, sexy fat, Firestorm. Pushing in these creeps while Ursa pushes in top. A smoke up on the side of Infinity. Solo smoke from the Ninja Gear on
Diamond's top tower is
that
under
rider. I
attack.
feel Core might be the one to break the smoke. Or it's the Chan. They've got the telekinesis. They'll get the kill on the Duster. They'll pop the BKB. They're going for the Invisible. They've got the Firestorm down on a couple of these heroes. Now Benjaz, he pops his BKB. Clockwork on the run. Lasso hits onto the Legion Commander. Nobody dead yet, just on the side of Infinity. Duster, he's low and in trouble. He'll die after buying back. And they got Wizards, they got the Silence as well as Pit of Malice out on Mandy as well as Mr. Jeans. I think it's a stolen Pit of Malice coming in as well as the Arena. They got the Spear that hits on the Ursa. Ursa in some trouble, trying to survive, but without mana. This is problematic. Eats the cheese and still dies. Well, out onto the Underlord. Looks like they'll control Sexy Fat. They'll get the kill on the field of core. 4 heroes dead, and that was 5 gone as they bought back on this Chen.
Yeah, that was just a slaughter. They waited so long for Infinity to take the fight on their terms. I mean, how many 10-second BKBs did you see in that fight? Well, that's an easy answer. The answer's 2. But still, you waited for the PL to get the butterfly. He has the Satanic. Yes, Scotty. Yes, Andriyashi. You actually just waited for him to 6-slot his items and have this Titan Sliver. Look at the status resistance of this man.
Radiant's courier has been
It
killed.
definitely was odd understanding why they were so passive.
There's no. Puck release is 38%. It's higher than that. This game's bugged.
Yeah, there are some visual bugs.
Yeah, 12%. I know it's back diminishingly now. It used to do a flat stack. Now they get Aegis, Cheese, and added bonus. They even get an Aghanim Scepter.
Thanks blessing for the Phantom Lancer. So make the strong stronger.
I don't know about that one. I mean, you've got a Clockwork on your team. You've got
Rubik on your team.
a
Even the
Rubik on
Mars.
your team. Natural pickup for him. That's just greedy there. But, you know, in Mandy they trust. He managed to pull them through that last team fight for being 6-slotted. Let's give him a 7th slot and see what he does with it.
Basically. So 11k lead for Infinity. Still though, like Haven Liberty, they can bring it back, but the question is like, you know, now down by this much, have they missed their timing? I still think there's opportunity, but it would have to come off the back of a perfect team fight.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Pico now looking for something pretty desperately. I like that he's managed to pick up this Ninja Gear.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
This item lets him move around inside the creep wave, and of course, being able to just spam things out non-stop, it helps that he's got that cooldown reduction. He's got almost 100% uptime on it. The fact that he's sticky napalm, flamebreaker, flyer, firefly through the waves. People need to be looking directly at whatever he's killing to know that he's up there and pushing creep waves. But they're gonna have to get back to base pretty soon because they got Aegis, they got Cheese, they got Egg and Blessing. 7 slot on Phantom Lancer. Got catapults. They're breaking your base.
They'll take the tier 3. They'll open up the racks. They've got the MKB picked up by this Ursa. They get the tier 3 and they retreat. They've got the Aegis and they're thinking about going a Divine Rapier. I don't think that's really necessary.
Dire's bottom tower is
I'm not sure either. I think he's just looking to close this out. More damage equals more better. He's got the critical strike talent as well. Just burst this Ursa down through his enrage or something like that. But they're out for blood here. They smoke up. And actually give up the triangle right now. It's just Mandy here on this by himself, but he does have Aegis.
Now the lasso, that comes in. I don't believe it hit anybody of importance, but now they go after the Mars. They've got themselves the Abyssal Blade. They've got the sub coming in for the Hook of Prada. Malice is down right inside the arena. Now here comes Mandy. Mandy trying to go after Sexy Fat. Sexy Fat getting low. They already got the kill on the hero before, but to take out the Rubik. Great kill falls. Buyback comes in from the Earth Spirit. Earth is okay. They finish off the Chen, and Dark Rift out. Okay. Bkop left to probably BKB and TP out, of course.
Not a bad deal, but you didn't manage to break that Aegis there. That's the big thing you need to do right now. How do you bring this PL down twice is the question.
Shot on the Sexy Fat. And they're going to continue to dive for this one. They're right on top of him. They'll get the kill. He's got buyback. These silences don't matter. You do the Ags for a 2-man lasso, but you don't have it off cooldown. So now you're behind your tier 4s. And he goes back to the tier 3 tower over. Mid-Rack's now exposed in that lane as well. Sexy Fat looks over at Mandy, who still has this Aegis. Divine Rapier was picked up, so they do happen to kill him twice. Return the game. Duel out on this Earth Spirit. They kill Mr. Jeans. Okay, all of a sudden, Earth Spirit has 60 dual damage. They get the kill on the Benjaz. They've taken him to the Mars. Down goes the Clockwork. They've got this Phantom Lancer in the air. That was an unexpected hold. All of a sudden, the core has 60 dual damage.
Yeah, but 3,000 XP change. The other core having that dual damage ain't the biggest thing in the world, but they did manage to hold. There's a couple items I can get that will let them get back into this game. Again, they're up against the Legion Commander. They have an Earth Spirit. If he can get this Aghanim Scepter done, he can just enchant Remnant on whoever this Legion Commander duels, wherever the PL goes on, kick him back, save them in these fights, and get people out. Or he can get onto this PL and punish him, just like turn him into a stone form, kick him back into your entire team, and bring him down. One of the updates on Earth Spirit recently was the fact that you can turn yourself into a stone remnant. You can always just jump forward and take advantage of turning the enemy into a stone remnant. But you can do it on yourself now. That means if you miss your target, you go too far out of position, you can just hard reset the fight by turning yourself into stone and kicking yourself back into your team. There's very little punch. It's very forgiving if you end up missing your target now. Earth Spirit is going to the Aghanim Scepter, so I'll put a bunch of floors for it.
Gold and sweet.
So though he's gonna need to, he's going for a Satanic right now himself, and he might need to build a Divine Rapier for his own. He's a decent holder for it, having overpower, just having tons of attacks. Divine Rapier helped him quite a bit.
You know who I found out was a great Divine Rapier carrier? Brewmaster.
Oh yeah, especially if you can get to some of his talents.
Arena down, hookshot comes in, as well as the spear that hits under the underworld. They've got themselves to do onto the Chen. They should be able to kill off Duster, and they will. But they've got the Abyss Blade out onto the Rubik. This is great kill. We use that Ghost Scepter, Force Staff all the way onto the high ground. Mouse doing a little bit of work. They get the kill on the front, but they lost 60 Fat as well as Duster. 60 Fat dead for 2 minutes. They've got magnetized down to the Legion Commander. They're doing a lot of work on RDO. They'll get the kill onto the Ursa. There for 98 seconds. with buyback. They've taken out the Legion as well as the Rubik, so they won't be totally out of this one.
I think you need to go for it. I think if you're on the side of even Liberty here, you need to buy back in the Ursa right away. You need to try and get a kill on this PL while he's got the Divine Rapier and all of his teammates are dead without buyback. I don't think you can wait for this. You do this as quickly as possible. You catch him up by surprise along with this Bat Rider, maybe a lasso. It's going to be super hard though, because again, he has all of this status resistance in the form of Sanjayasha and Satanic. He's still got the level in his inventory right now, so he tears through these buildings in no time at all. Watch this. Got a stopwatch for that, Bkop.
Well, it didn't technically go down, so still going.
It's still going, but when he's damaged, there he is. Grab.
Needs to get out though. There's the arena. They've got the spear. They look at the Chen, and the Abyssal Blade comes in. They're gonna go for the Mars instead. Bkop now without anything to really lock down this Phantom Lancer. The gem is on the deck. RDO taking a lot of damage. He'll just die once more. Dead for 2 minutes. This will be the game for Infinity Esports, and it will be Ultra Kill from Andy going into the well. And there's the Rampage. So Andy finishes off the Rampage, and Infinity finish off the game.
Even Liberty, it feels like they never really took their initiation or pressed their advantage too hard, always waiting for the next item. And of course, as soon as Infinity hit their timings, it was just go time for them. Took out everybody in very short order, and they never ended up getting that recovery at the end. There was that one fight after they lost a good chunk of their base and everything. Haven Liberty is caught the PL out by himself. He did still have the Aegis up at the time, but he just grabbed an illusion there on Hiko, which I'm sure he's panicking at this point because the game feels pretty lost. But and it feels like they could have taken the initiation like onto their own terms rather than waiting for Infinity to come to them a lot more in Haven Liberty. So they missed their shot, I feel like, and Infinity, they saw their timings and they just went for it. So well played by them.
Yeah, very well done there. Game 1 going the way of Infinity Esports. We're back to see who takes Game 2 in this BO2 round robin coming up next. So stay right there. We'll be back with Game 2 in just a second. See you in a bit.